Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Commentary Zone Noontime Edition. Sorry, I was just getting a sip of coffee. As you come into the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe if you like what you see. If you don't, okay, you don't have to like everything that we do. Um, Hit the notification bell, tell a friend, join us in the live chat. On the docket today, we have The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 21, Reunion Part 4, Nikki Takeover. Um, Jamal, I've just been exhausted with this.
But this was good though. I'm sorry.
The questions were good, but to me, they were kind of repetitive. Um, and then I was left confused because I got a few good chuckles out of this episode. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. I liked the change up of um, person who was interviewing. I did. I enjoyed it. Um, it's a shame that I thought she followed up better than Andy did, or Andy Conda. Um, but I was a little confused by what happened at the end with Chris Bassett. Um, I first I thought he was angry at Nikki in the line of questioning that she had,
That's the way I
but
took it.
she was kind of defending him, saying that Candace needed to brass up her mother and defend her husband, and set boundaries. But then he said something. He said Giselle started the line of questioning. And I'm like, wait, what did I miss? And then they came back and it was like, thank you for joining us. This is the end.
I didn't get that either.
But did you hear when he said that Giselle started it?
Yeah, he's. I was over it, but Giselle started it. I'm like, what did she start?
Did,
I was completely confused.
if anyone in our live chat or on the replay crew, hey replay crew, if anyone knows what happened, please let me know because I'm still a little confused and it kind of left a bad taste on a relatively decent episode.
Right. Let's see if I can.
And I'll say hi to everybody in the live chat. Hello, Tracy. Hi, Black Lavender. Hey, Paranormal Witch. Thank y'all for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
It was just
Hey,
so weird.
Susan.
I saw something. I saw something yesterday, and I was like, okay, what's this? What's this going on right here? And I'm like, okay. All right. So let me just share this. Um, Give me 2 seconds. My apologies.
What'd you find
Okay,
yesterday?
so this is from the Bravo Shade Room. Can you guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it says Nicki Minaj, Candy Girl, husband really needs to sit his ass down. Child LMFAO hashtag RLP. And Chris is replying, I don't need to do nothing but support my wife. He really felt bumped his head for a quick 1 minute, child. The line of questioning why? And then somebody
Mm-hmm.
else is saying something.
I saw
So
that this morning. Ugh. They're going back and forth.
right.
Um,
And then Bravo Shade Room was asking Chris B was upset with and Deanna Minaj line of questioning, was it shady or inappropriate? So even like they're confused about this. And then he brought, like you said,
I
he brought up Giselle.
misunderstood it. I thought she was on Chris's side.
She was on Chris's side, like the whole time.
As Nikki said, maybe we was watching different shows. Because didn't she say that? Who did she say that to?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that no, because that the question about the older man was directed to Mia, Karen,
Uh-huh.
and Ashley. That didn't have
Right.
anything to do with Chris. So
Exactly.
I don't know. I have no clue why he was upset.
Or was he angry that she was asking Candace to sing a cappella?
I mean, she's an artist, so sorry.
Right, because the way how Nikki set that up, she was like, as a person who has their own, if you were going to the record label, and as an artist who has their own label, hint, hint, how do you sell yourself? And so you give your 30-second elevator pitch. And she was a little confused by that, saying, "Oh, I'm a singer first, whatever. Practice your
Hmm.
30-second elevator pitch, no matter what industry you're in. Be able to really promote yourself in 30 seconds, to because you never know when those opportunities come up." And I thought she failed at that. But
Hmm.
then she gave her the second chance. Sing something for me. How you think Rihanna got where she's at? She found out that there was a record producer that was associated with Jay-Z vacationing in Barbados with his wife, and she sang. And they brought her to New York, and she sang. I was shocked that Nikki did not. I mean, that Candace was kind of. I thought this was an opportunity for her,
Exactly.
and then she was like, didn't want to sing her own song. She wanted to sing a gospel song. You have to sing what the person is asking you to sing. I don't understand. This is her own song, and she doesn't want to
Hmm.
to promote that even on the show. It was kind of ludicrous to me. And then when she finally did it, she sounded amazing, and it was
Exactly.
like, what were you doing? The person with a record label is now looking at you like you are difficult. I do not want to work with you.
That was my thing. It's like it's Nicki Minaj. Like she wants you. She wants to hear you, and you're being like this on an international platform. Okay, you just this was your big audition. Because here's my whole thing. If it were me, if I were Candace, I would have broken out my phone. Let me get my instrumental. Let's go. Like that's a
Tracy
huge
was
audition.
asking for snaps, and Nikki was like confused. I was confused. I was like, "Snap what?" And
It's
then
help you
you
find
got
the
these
beat.
lazy women who don't find your own beat. She's got two hands with fingers that she could snap. I agree with. Well, Tracy says that she was underwhelmed. I was expecting Nikki to bring more heat. It seemed kind of repetitive to me, and I agree with Tracy. It did seem repetitive. She just rephrased other questions and made them funny, and then interjected a couple of weird, noises. I'm sorry.
It was still better than Andy's 3 parts. So okay.
True. Chris is ridiculous. He wants his own show so bad. He just needs to find something to bitch about. Oh, you think he wants his own show? Tracy? Really?
They probably with their own spinoff. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, Trey says, I think Candace was afraid that she wouldn't sound as good as the actual track. But you see, Nikki also said that she heard a lot of autotune. And I think she really wanted to hear this girl's voice in person instead of on the TV.
Right. And
I
Candace
think
said
this
like
could have been a real opportunity for Candace.
and Candace said, well, yes, a lot of autotune was used on the album for creative purposes. I'm like, oh, okay.
She got a plaster for every sore. Candace, stop. So then Tracy says, I thought this was actually the best of four. I was surprised by Nikki. I actually stayed awake and paid attention the entire show. It was the best of all four,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that great.
We're not talking about greatness. We're just comparing like parts to parts.
We're
So
not talking about greatness.
well, we're not. Like it was just to me it went by so fast. It was to me it tickled me because she she asked like some very good questions. She did follow up. She it was entertaining and everyone got their turn. It was completely fair.
And that, I think Candace said that. She said she didn't feel any way about the questions because it was evenly distributed. And honestly, I think the only reason why none of them didn't get really upset was because it was Nicki Minaj there. And if Andy had asked those same questions, there would have been, I don't know, heads a spinning on that set.
Exactly.
Um, okay, so Tracy agrees with Trey about her singing. She chickened out. Oh, the best of the rest. Ugh. Y'all are just messy, messy, messy. Um, how do we want to do this? Like we've just gone all off the rails. Um,
We can go person by person to make it easy.
all right. So who you want to start with?
Mia.
Okay,
It was too funny. She's a the whole strip club and
I'm so
um
confused with
the
that.
whole the whole like we serve steak and lobster and blah 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 blah. And Mickey's like, you sound real crazy saying that. You understand that, right? I need. She's like, she's trying to tell me I need you to understand you sounded crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
because she
saying
was
it.
like, if you at a place at a strip club that's serving lobster and steak, you ain't at a strip club. If you, I'm like, I don't. I'm so very confused by Mia's resume. Was she a stripper? Was she an entertainer? Was she a bartender? Like I just don't understand. Was she a server of the steak and lobster? I don't get it. She's her double talk confuses me. And at this stage of my life, I have very little time to try and figure out double talk.
Yeah, she was trying. I was like, girl, you was a stripper. It's fine.
Well, she was sitting up there with stripper shoes on.
Pretty much.
No, seriously. That particular brand specializes in stripper lucite
Oh,
platforms. Yeah.
wow. Good to know. That's hilarious. They specialize though. They a whole specialty house.
um what else happened with her? She was included in the why did you marry older men question. Um would she have married G if she had what was it, $500 billion in
Like
the
$100 million in the bank or something.
right? And she said yes. uh, Girl, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Mm-mm. No. I can't see it. Sorry.
Oh, Tracy says, yeah, I think she sounded good. Just the delay was ridiculous. She's always singing something. During the break, she sings all the time. Now you can't come up with a song, especially one of your own. Did you forget the lyrics or something? It was really weird. Now, I haven't been to a strip club in a minute, and I do not partake of the buffets that are there. I know that they serve wings, but I'm not partaking of any food at a strip club. And I'm checking my drinks for stray hairs. I'm sorry, only clear liquor.
Oh, stop.
Ginger ale is the darkest I'll go. I don't even go to the bathroom at a strip club. Sorry. It's just I don't know. God bless those who go for the lunch special.
Exactly.
Um, what else did she do? There was another interaction with her and Wendy was just repetitive and loud, and again, very annoying. Wendy annoyed me this whole four parts.
Yeah, oof, but her part had me dying, especially so Eddie's following these booty models, and so did you get your abs on your titties done to keep with the booty models or what's going on? And they were shady when they showed like before the article dropped, he was following like 626
Mhm.
people, and after
It was
the
four
arc, it was
posted.
like 466. Oh
But
my
she
goodness.
gave a good reply to that because she's like, I did what was proportionate to my body, and what I have done still can't compete with them. So, no, I did not do it because of them. I think she gave, like, everything that she did was very well proportionate to her frame. She is a
Right.
tall, statuesque woman. So, I don't know.
But she made good, like you said, she made good points. And but it was interesting how like he unfollowed hundreds of people, a hundred or so people after the article dropped though. But
Well, she says that it's gossip and lies. Let her, Wendy, if that's what you care to believe, okay. I
if the
just
win,
wonder, how do you get so many friends on Instagram? Like, I don't. I I barely check Instagram.
well, I honestly yes, if I do our Instagrams, I have to. Like, I swear, if we didn't have this channel and my other channel, I would not be on Twitter or on Instagram like that. I would not. Not my thing. Twitter's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
It just depends on what you follow on Twitter. I follow different things, so
Yeah,
it's
Twitter.
of interest to me.
Twitter is just I don't understand, and that's how myself getting involved on Twitter. I'm like, really, like, but sometimes you just have to say certain things. Like, look, let me just let you know real quick. I'm not gonna say your name, but you should know. You should understand the situation.
Mm-mm. All right, so I don't remember anything else with. Oh, she had a back and forth with Candace. Like, Candace kept on jumping in a lot, and Nikki had to tell her to stop that. In particular, Candace was jumping in whenever Mia started to say something,
Mhm.
and ooh,
It was funny. She said, "I got this."
mm-mm. It was just childish and annoying for me. Hey, Priya. Um, Anything else with Mia? I don't know.
No, she's just looking crazy.
I loved her hair. That was about it. Who's next?
Who's next
Anybody, y'all?
is
Did you not think Wendy was jumping into everyone? Um, Priya, like I said, I thought Wendy was loud and annoying. Um, and did a lot.
it was like deflection almost. Like she was trying to, which was weird. She was like it's like she was trying to deflect, but kept putting kept putting the spotlight on her.
I kind of wish that she had handled her offense uh, more like she was doing commentary on CNN or MSNBC in a
Hmm.
calm, rational, matter of fact manner instead of like the loud, repetitive, annoying statements. It it,
No,
it,
I agree.
it didn't hit for me at all.
No, it was to me it was just off-putting because I'm like it's not necessary. It is not necessary for you to be up there loud and ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just it like I zoned out every time she started to talk in anticipation of a flare up. I just zoned out, which is bad because then she might have said something good and I missed it.
Right, and that's the thing. You were hoping she would say something like of value, and you didn't want to miss it.
Oh, look what Trey says. Trey thinks that Wendy inflated her presence in an attempt to secure her spot for next season.
Mm. Didn't think of it that way.
She was hamming it up because, like, this is make or break for them. If they think that they haven't brought anything for the entire season, you act up on the reunion or you give a good performance on the reunion, and they'll consider you for the upcoming season.
But
Uh,
but the thing is, she was like the focal point of the season, though. In all honesty,
She was. I just think it was a failed strategy on her point.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the focal point of the season, you're pretty good for next season. Because
Unless she
without
was
Wendy,
very secure in her behavior.
because without Wendy, what would they have talked about this season? Nothing.
True.
So I mean, when her for being such a smart woman, her ability to observe and comprehend is in this arena is lacking. Because when you're the focal point of the season, they're gonna bring you back next season. Like Monique dragged Candace across the table, and they were gonna bring her back until she said no. So what does that tell you?
Hmm.
That's the thing there.
Tracy wants to know how about Wendy going through the question cards?
I'm like, really? Oh, let me see if I can find that.
But did you see the back and forth with her and Giselle?
Yeah,
Turkey neck.
that was a oof.
So I guess they're not friends.
Nope,
Hey,
nope.
Ebony Diggs. I just, I, oh, social media is going to be the downfall of these ladies on these franchises.
I agree. I totally agree because they can't help themselves. They just can't help themselves. Let's see. All right, Dr. Wendy, you okay? Giselle's initial post was, and no one has ever or would ever look at Andy's cards. So why do that to at Nicki Minaj? Hashtag disrespect. And this is the Bravo Shade Room again. Uh, Dr. Wendy, you are all so bothered. You don't tweet all season, but dust your little Twitter fingers off for little old me. Go to sleep, turkey neck. The season is over. Kisses and Z's. Nikki's comes in and says, "Okay, so while we on commercial, it was beyond the corny for Wendy to look at my cards on the low. I'm that chick that leaves my money, jewelry, etc. out around people because I just trust everyone is like me and won't violate. I hate when people do sneaky things like that. Child, little like face hashtag
Hmm.
RHOP RHOP reunion, and that's from the Bravo Shade Room.
Yeah.
Good grief! Oh my goodness!
Wow. SmackDown.
Pretty
I'm
much.
sure there was no response from Dr. Osefo.
I didn't see anything. I just went off that post. It was hilarious. My kid is going through the cards. Like, really? Don't do that. And be on camera.
I can't believe nobody's ever done that before.
I don't think Andy leaves his cards out though.
Um,
I think that's one of it. He doesn't leave his cards out. Oh, who's next? Karen. You know, they
mm,
were talking about like Nikki asked her, why are you talking about her hot box? And Karen's like, look, we was having a back and forth. It got heated, and she just let Giselle know because Giselle has something to say, like, how about how Karen fights, and Karen's like, no, she's like, I just fight you with the ammunition that you're fighting me with. I'm like, that's
mhm,
fair.
mhm.
And she's like, it's fire with fire. And they were like, we've been doing this for 6 seasons. We good.
But Robin made, wasn't that when Robin made a comment? But the difference is that Giselle comes with facts and Karen doesn't. And I was just like, wait, what? What
But how you
facts does Giselle come with? She's looking at the same blogs.
right? And what facts? That's one thing. What facts? What facts are you talking about? And how do you know what Karen said wasn't facts?
True, true. Um, when Nikki also had a question for Karen, asking her, okay, so last season you couldn't get Ray to say that he loves you, but this season what did you do to turn it around? And it evolved into teabagging and
Right?
Ashley asking if Karen ever got her ass ate out, and she's like, that's none of your business. Cute.
That was that was
Very
too
cute.
funny.
Mm-hmm. Um, I think that Nicki Minaj really likes. Well, I think she really likes Ray, because there were some video clips. I can't remember if they were Instagram or Twitter that I saw them on. But it was so cute. Nicki Minaj was with Ray Ray, and she was there saying, "This is my Ray Ray, this is my Ray Ray," and you hear Karen off to the side, "I'm here," and then she pokes her head into the frame, and Nicki says, "Get out of here, Karen." It was very very cute and lighthearted. Um, but yeah, I think she really does like Ray and Karen. And there seemed like a genuine respect for all of the ladies on the stage.
Oh yeah, she wasn't really super mean or super rude or anything like that. She was. I just felt she was respectful, and she asked them. She had some good tough questions, but like it wasn't in a vein where you felt like people would be uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I didn't get that uncomfortability, and she wasn't trying to do um too much. To me, the way it came across is she's a fan of the show, a fan of the ladies. She likes the ladies, but these are the questions she wants to know. These are like the questions
Mhm.
that were on her mind.
They were some of the messy questions that have been floating around for quite a few years. Like the relationship between Juan and Robin, the relationship between Robin and Giselle, the attraction between Ashley and her husband, the well, more recently the booty model follows on IG with Wendy's husband.
Hmm.
And then she did bring up, would she why did she give a second chance to Jamal with Giselle? And I think a lot of us were wondering that too. I don't know. Hi, Winter Julius. The few summer last night, easy. Oh, I like some of her questions, but a few segments were truly unnecessary. Like Gizzy and Robin got it easy. She should have talked about actual things that happened. But I think that this season it was very light on content.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
I mean, if you really want to break it down, the crux of this
oof,
season was Wendy's makeover. I mean, if you really look at it, that was like the centerpiece.
yeah, yeah, it was. Um, and to be quite honest, someone getting a mommy makeover is pretty light. Making that the basis of all of the plot line for this season, what
Exactly.
they were in trouble. Maybe that's why they told Wendy to act up like that. I don't
It
know.
could
It's
be.
just really weird. Um, Wait, what did you think about the? Okay, so Nikki asked the women, if you for this astronomical amount of money, which one of the women would you get down with?
Hmm.
And Giselle said, I would do Robin for that money. And then Robin said, I would do Nikki. And Nikki says, safe response. And Giselle said, I would make it a threesome, me, Robin, and Ashley. And then Candace was like, no, it'll be a quad. I get in on that. And I was just like, huh? I'm so confused with particular. I can understand the first three,
Hmm.
but then Candace getting in, like, is she trying to cozy up to Giselle to get secure for next season?
Either that, or she trying to say I'm lazy. And if I join you, I ain't got to do that much work. A
Okay,
lot
so
of money for light work.
Ebony agrees with us, light on content facts. um, um, yeah, there were some interesting questions and very weird responses. Um, oh, my package is out for delivery. Okay. Um, Sorry. And who else? Who else we need to talk about?
Let's see. We might as well go. We already did the left side of the couch. We might go to the right side of the couch and start with Giselle.
Hi, Sincere, cracking up 86. Hey, y'all, I'm Team Giselle Bryant to end. Okay, that's what I took from it, Jamal. Oh, okay, so Trey's agreeing with you. Um, Candace just wants to have a word in. Ah, see, I was trying to read too deep into this, but this makes sense, Ebony. Okay. Tracy. Candace was just trying to fit in where she could even in a triple or quad, I guess. Oh,
I got you. That makes sense.
yeah, I guess I was trying to read too deep into that. Because maybe
Same.
I'm still bothered about the defense of Ashley by Candace. Maybe I'm still just questioning that.
No, that makes sense though.
Okay, so wait, hold on. I feel it ain't the same anymore without the original cast. Well, this original cast, I think was pretty damn good. I miss Katie dearly,
Everyone misses Katie.
but I think her, like Kim
Mhm.
Richards, are they need
Yes.
to take their time.
Right. They need to heal and to get themselves right.
And then the other lady, Sheree,
Mhm. Sharice.
Sheree, yeah. I want her to get married again and actually get some money to qualify to have that champagne room and come back. Maybe.
I didn't mind Sharice because she, I don't know why, but she had this, her attitude just like, it kind of balances everyone else out. Like, her attitude was very different.
I like her because she actually has all of the gossip that is needed to feed plot lines in the franchise. And she
Mhm.
has all the connections. She's the one who assembled all of the ladies from what I understand. Um, but it's just once she got divorced and then her not owning
Being
up to the
open.
situation surrounding her divorce.
Exactly.
It was like the other Cherie Whitfield. A lot of inconsistent statements.
Well, Sharice isn't one. Sharice wasn't inconsistent. She just didn't want to open up and talk about anything. That was why she got booted off the show.
Well, I also think she overinflated whatever settlement she was getting, much like the other one did.
Oh, yeah. Well, with Sheree, there was no settlement, so I mean that was completely confusing. But okay.
Well, both of their husbands, drastically adjusted their earnings to conveniently go to the court and say, "This is why I can't give this much. I can only give this much." Was her champagne? Yes, yes, I agree with this, Trey. The only interesting thing about her was her champagne room, and she was in there for all of what, one or two scenes, and that was
Yeah.
it. Hey,
I'm,
vintage optimism.
oh, I feel so bad for her. I'm like, Sharice, you need to like tell us your story because you have a champagne room to support. I mean, they ain't cheap.
Mm-mm.
Them is not cheap.
And she built that on the premise of getting this huge settlement, and then had to wind up selling because there was no settlement.
Yeah, I felt bad. I felt really bad. 'Cause whoever bought
Mhm.
that guy a cool house.
And then what pissed me off further with her, remember this was yeah, it was season 6 when she was trying so desperately to get back on cast, and like they were stopping scenes if she happened to be in it. Oh god.
Or severely editing them to
Mhm.
where she was barely seen or noticed.
Yeah. Anywho, who else do we need to talk about? Oops, sorry. Um, Giselle, there wasn't really anything much, just the asking of the Jamal question.
Right. And Nikki
Um,
did make a good point. Like she's like, did this hurt you? And she said, yeah. I'm like, smiling.
Hmm. I like how she gave her props for her mothering and her scenes with her daughters. That was the best part of Giselle
Yeah,
in any season is her daughter.
hands down.
Hmm.
Her scenes with her daughters, and her daughters letting her know, like, look, this is what you're doing wrong. This is the issue here. We're
Hmm.
not trying to have you alone. And her daughters are just very honest, and I appreciate that about her.
I think it's refreshing that someone around her can be honest. Once the OG leaves the cast. Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Do you
if
think
you
so?
if you think about it, think about the Beverly Hills season 1 and 2, New York the first couple seasons. Um, Miami stayed pretty much intact.
Hmm.
Look at Dallas before it got on hiatus. Atlanta, uh, same thing. You know, when the OGs, because the OGs know how to work at OC, like, but even though it's OC, their best seasons were like what 9, 10, and 11. The Brooks years
You thought that that was the best?
of OC, like with when Shannon came on, then Megan came on. That was a whole. That was that those seasons and then the Lizzie got there like season 10. Oh, it was a. Those were the three best seasons.
Because those were the women with the money. If you think about it, Heather, Shannon, when she was, even now that she's not married, but
You still have
like,
money,
I know she still has money, but when she was married, she had the house in Newport.
right? Which I'm pretty sure she funded because it was her. From what I understand, I believe it was her family who um
Mhm.
invested in David's business. But if I'm correct, so I
Yeah.
mean,
And
yeah,
I'm curious to see what house she has now because
right,
they all rent houses for
right,
so
yeah.
I'm just curious to see where she's at now. I'm curious about Gina's abode.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just amazed at Emily's hair. I love
Hey,
her hair.
I think they did that because they knew they was bringing Heather back, and they didn't want Heather going in on her hair, in my opinion. Just
Wait,
saying.
hold on. Which one is the one from New York? She's Gina, or
That's
that's
okay. So Gene, I think
Gina's
is
the one
Gina
from
from
New York,
New Jersey. I think I thought.
or whatever. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's Long Island. She's from
It's
Long
Long. Oh,
Island.
she's Long Island.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Okay,
And Emily is the lawyer lady, right? It's
right.
her hair that I love. I think it's thick and luscious. I
Yeah,
know it's
yeah.
probably full of extensions or
Doesn't matter. It's still
patches or
hers
whatever. It's gorgeous.
and paid for.
Uh,
It's not on loan. Just saying.
but yeah, and I'm glad that Fancy Pants is coming back with her champagne room.
The real champagne room. That's
Wait,
the
was
champ
hers
room.
first? No, Potomac's was first, wasn't it? Yes.
Yes, but I'm just saying this is going to be the real champagne room.
Oh. Mm, oh, look, I I think we're still living with the repercussions of that damn binder. Um, Proof to any franchise reunion will never ever be the same after the binder.
No,
It's a hard act to follow for any franchise. Um, I don't know. She came with a manila folder, and he was like, "Really?" Like he didn't even
right?
give evidence a chance. He
No,
just saw the presentation, and he was like, "I'm done."
yeah. He's like, you giving me this after what Monique did?
Mm.
This is how you gonna follow us up? This is what we doing?
Mm-hmm.
And Ebony makes a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, how much content did he have to expose? I'm like, once you hit on Wendy's makeover, that was it. It was toast. That's
For
literally
this
all you
season,
had.
that's why she went back. Like, all of
She didn't
these
have
old
anything.
things that we've been saying.
Yeah, she didn't have anything to really go with, so she had to bring in outside context.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and telling Ashley that she had no storyline. Yay.
Yeah,
She
So
had
we
no storyline. Oh,
nope. And I think we hit on Robin would be next, but we already hit on Robin with the whole Michael and Juan situation. Robin didn't have none either.
no, she didn't.
Mm-mm.
She
But Robin
didn't.
never really has content anyway. But anywho,
When Nikki said that she saw another side to the relationship between Robin and Juan, like that it was romantic or something, I was like, when? What was she watching?
right. I saw no romance.
I
You saw
didn't
one. You
either.
saw Juan tell Robin that her
She
attitude was
wasn't attractive.
unattractive, and then she went to and then she went basically went to therapy. I mean, what romance is there?
It was and
It
then
made
the
no sense.
argument towards the end of the season and him begrudgingly going to the vow renewal and leaving early.
Right. What romance?
Oh, and when they touched on Nikki saying that it's surprising that Juan reacts the way he does with someone like Michael who says that he wanted to suck his thingy and
Hmm.
as a black man in this day and age not getting mad at it just and Robin's response was because he's not going to do it. And I was just like, it is refreshing that someone would have a response like that to just totally ignore it and still be friends with that person.
Right.
um but it also makes me go,
Right.
wait, huh? It's not that simple.
No.
If some chick said to me, whether they were drunk or sober, I want to eat you out, up and down, left, right, and internally up to your uterus, like, no, what? I
That's
would
what
be
Nikki
looking
brought
at
that
you
up.
strange.
That's what Nikki was like. What are you talking about? She's like, because if like, the woman said da 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 da, and she kept looking at her, but she was like, wait, she was looking at Robin like, are you serious? Like if you watch that scene when that part, and you could just see Nikki trying to, she was trying to like see what Robin was seeing, and
I
she just
was
couldn't
trying
get
to
there.
see too. And I'm just okay, maybe boys are different and I couldn't. Okay.
Cause I was watching, because she even dealt. She remember she went deep because she said, "Hold on, like I'm not. Hold up. She said, like, look, he said this, but how can you be comfortable when he said this? They're friends and they're obviously texting like all the time, and you don't feel some sort of way about it." She's like, how are you comfortable? No. I mean, honest, no. Like, if we like we've been waiting with unbated breath for this wedding for what, 6 seasons? If we're being honest,
Yeah.
I mean, no. And you talking about having a baby, you're giving yourself to your 43, and you're now what, 42 and a half next.
42 and three quarters.
Thank you, next. Mm-mm.
Yeah. But
Unless
he's
you,
shooting up the club.
but here's the thing though, and I better not see. I don't want to see a surrogate storyline either. I'm telling you that now.
They don't have
I
the
do
money
not.
for that.
I don't want to see y'all go on a surrogate journey. Like, okay, like you know what? I'm 43, but I still want my baby girl. So now we're going to go to the fertility clinic, and we're going to find us a surrogate, and we're on the hunt for a surrogate. I don't want to see that. I don't. Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
Okay. And then Robin and Juan are providing the children a stable home, but clearly Juan is interested elsewhere, in my opinion, and allegedly. Oof. Oh, and the question to um Ashley, does Michael have other gay friends? And much like Karen, you could tell me and Karen in the same age group. That flew over my head because by that point I was zoning out.
Oh,
And she's like, "What do you mean other? Michael's not gay." And I was like, "Wait, she didn't say that." And I was like, "Wait, hold on." I had to think. I had to think because I was like, "With Karen, huh? That's not what she was saying." And then oh, good one,
right,
Nikki.
right. That's why I was just like, oh, ouch.
Good
'Cause,
one.
no, I caught that 'cause I was just like, ooh, because she said Michael, she didn't say Juan. She said Michael. I was like,
Mhm.
ooh, I was like, oh, ouch. I was like, oh, Nikki. And then Robin was like, what do you mean other? I was like, oops.
Mm-mm, that's implying that he's gay. Michael's not
Right.
gay. Okay.
That's not, no, that's not the way, no, you did listen to what she said. What she said was that, because she asked, was she talking about Juan or Michael? She was talking about Michael, right?
She asked Ashley if Michael has other gay friends.
Correct. Which implies that Juan is gay.
Oh,
That's what that means. That's why I said it. That's why I asked you. That's why it means, like, does Michael have other gay friends? Not if Juan has other gay friends. That's very important.
like I said, I was zoning out by that point. I was sitting right next to Karen and going, "What?"
Because I was like, did she mean? Did she ask that about like? Wait a minute. She asked me. I was like, she asked me. Ask you that question. I'm like, hold on. What? I'm like, oops. And that's why. So I'm like, yeah. She's asking Ashley, why is Robin offended? I'm like, oh, never mind. Like, I remember what she asked. She was asking about Michael, not about Juan.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, just shady questions. Shady questions.
Oh my
Tracy
god.
agrees with you.
That's what I had to be. I was like, wait a minute, 'cause you said Michael. I'm like, wait, you said why? I'm like, no, she had, that was about Michael, right? You said yes. Like, no, no, it's the other way.
My goodness, my goodness. But yeah, any other points we need to make? Uh,
Not with not with Robin, but we touched on Ashley as well. But with Ashley, was funny when they asked the
mhm.
$100 million question, right? um, when Ashley said, "I found him attractive," she's like, "What were you attracted to?"
Well, look,
I was like, "What?"
Ashley said at first, like, no, I wasn't attracted to him at first. Um, and she's like, "Oh, what?" And she's like, "Well, I was a bartender." Okay, you
Oh, then
were
she
a
said, "Oh,
bartender who
that was
didn't
funny."
know the financial breakdown, but once you got the financial breakdown, all of a sudden that little gremlin Michael became very attractive.
Did you notice everyone's reaction when she said, "Oh, I was a bartender"? Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
and she was 21. And that's when Nikki asked her, like, was it for the security? Once you got the financial
And
breakdown.
if she had said yes, I would have believed her because
Yes,
she was going after a father figure. She is
exactly.
going after someone who is older to replace the father figure that was missing in her life and how her father rejected her. If she had said that, I'd have been like, Ashley, I can feel you. You honest as hell about that. But then she's like, I'm physically and mentally attracted to Michael. And I was just like, what?
And he's dynamic. I'm like, mm. She should have DM'd you before the show, and so she could answer that correctly.
Hey, Ablavi. Hey, y'all. Can you review the Shaw special on Netflix? What Shaw special on Netflix? Do you know the name of it? I would have respected more, Ashley more, had she answered that just with a hint of honesty to it,
Correct.
because I would not have blamed her. Most women look for security.
Oh, of course. And my thing, she's 21 and she grew up
Hmm.
poor. So why wouldn't you just be like, yeah, I was looking for someone who I knew could take care of me and my soon to be family.
That and the fact that Sheila was pushing her into that.
Them too.
Um, Michael and Joshua. Oh, Trey. Michael and attractive are two words I would never use in the same sentence. Oh, it's on Hulu. And which is it about the Shaws from Bravo or other Shaws? Ashley's a beard. I don't think so. I think he's very out and about on his fancies. I think Ashley's more of a willing participant.
Mhm.
Um, it's like the Erica thing. Oh! Now I know what you're talking about. Jen Shaw, the housewife and the swindler, or something like that. I'm waiting to see if it comes out for free on YouTube because that's how I watched the housewife and the hustler on YouTube. Um, let's see. And the Shaw Shocker. Yeah.
Is it on Hulu or Netflix?
They were on Hulu,
Mhm.
um, but I sent you the link to the one on Erica Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting. Eventually, it'll wind up on YouTube. Let's see. You're getting snow, Ablavi? Oh, wow. Oh, doesn't work. Okay, good luck, Paranormal. It's on Hulu right now. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think this was a good ending to the reunion, in my
Oh
opinion.
wait, I like the little segment we did Mia, but we forgot the most important part. The only part that she had when Nikki commented on the stuff about her mom
Mm.
and said that it looked like she was hurt when her mother said to her, "You remind me of your father,"
Mhm.
and why she did not tell her mother in that moment that the comment hurt her. And I can see it from both sides. Whereas Mia's trying to repair the relationship with her mother and doesn't want to do anything further to damage it. But I also see what
Mhm.
Nikki's saying. You've got to let your mom know that there's certain things that she says that hurt you. That's a fine line to walk with their relationship being so fragile.
Right.
And I want Mia to stop saying that her mama is at home babysitting her kids. That is not proof of a relationship.
Correct.
Just saying. Oh Lord, did you watch Portia's show?
No. Mm. Mm.
I did, and there's so many inconsistencies. I don't see
Girl.
any like connection between her and Simon. Simon to me comes off as a con man. I don't know. It's just mm. And it's gonna be like how Candy's spinoffs are, where the
Mhm.
family take are like carrying the load. You know, they're the
Right.
interesting ones on the show. It's very weird.
That's why I didn't watch it.
I had, I always try to give the first episode a watch, and I got through the entire episode, much unlike 90 Day.
Is it worth it? Do you think?
It's gonna make me ask too many questions.
Because Brian Rounds asked, like, are we okay? Tracy asked me not going to Jamal, and then Ryan asked us, are we going to review it? I mean, if we're not going to review it, I'm not watching it. I'm gonna put this one on Debbie.
Watch the first episode and you tell me.
Okay.
I left
I'll
with a
do that.
lot of
I'll
questions.
I'll
questions.
do that. I'll do that.
Yeah. Let us marinate on the first episode, y'all. What were y'all feelings about it? I'm intrigued. Like, did y'all find it entertaining?
I mean,
Um,
if you're intrigued, that tells me something.
no, well, because I have a lot of questions, and I
Well,
thought that it came off as if, y'all are all gonna find out. I heard she was pregnant, and then, the young lady, Fallon, having her baby like the day before the show debuts or something like that. It- this whole situation between the three of them is
mhm,
so messy, and
gotcha.
everyone is dead wrong on this. I don't think anybody can be vindicated by someone having a baby. Um, there was a lot of inconsistencies, Susan, with regards to the timelines, even on how they met. Like, Portia said, he came into my DMs. Let me know if he say something different. And they go over
Oh,
to him, and he goes, well, Portia hit me up in my DMs when she heard I was divorcing to ask me if I was okay because, she's been divorced before, and it blossomed from there. I was like, say what? And then Dennis and his shady ass going up to Lauren, and
uh
Lauren
oh.
saying, he's saying to Lauren, well, it looked like she breaking up people marriages because how you get engaged in 2 weeks. And then Portia telling Miss Diane, well, I was seeing Simon for 2 weeks, but then when I decided that I wanted him to meet PJ, then I told him, and then we got engaged 2 weeks later. Coincidentally, the weekend was Mother's Day, where Dennis is paying for this big old Mother's Day bonanza at my house. And that's when he find out we engaged.
Oh, okay. This may be a watch then.
And then for Portia's birthday, she tells Dennis he can't bring a date, but Dennis pays for the party bus to go to her birthday party that
So
Simon's riding up in.
wait a minute. So he's paying for the party bus, which her and Simon are going to be on, and
Uh-huh.
then but he can't bring a date, even though
Right.
he's providing transportation.
Right.
I'm gonna have to watch this mess because especially if the timeline's not matching, yeah,
There were
I'm going to
so many timeline
I'm
inconsistencies.
going to need
And
to
then,
watch this.
Simon and her would be like, see, we're vindicated. And you're just like, huh? Who knows? Like, it's very rare that after 2 weeks, you know that this is a serious relationship. And within a month,
Right.
you are ready to commit yourself to marriage, especially when there are children involved.
Correct. I agree.
And Dennis kept on saying, Portia moved too fast. Portia moved too fast. Look at us. I've been down that road before. Portia moved too fast. And I'm like, all we need is for his mom to come out and say something ridiculous right now. And he's doing this with Lauren. And then Londi, their cousin, who's like also their event planner, is telling Portia, Dennis messaging Lauren. And I'm like, huh? It's not like that. You're making it seem like he's hitting on
Right.
sisters, and it's not like that.
Right.
I want to see the baby, and I want a DNA test, Shady. Wait, hold on. I'm not sure who that baby belonged to. Who that baby belonged to? I want a DNA test. I wanted to go on Maury. I want an independent lab doing a DNA test.
So this is a whole mess, and I'm gonna have to at least watch the first episode to get a feel for the mess because if they doing this on the first episode, he can't bring a date, but he paying for stuff. Excuse you?
Mm-hmm.
Rude. That's
I
like
know.
super. That's just super rude to, you're gonna have somebody pay for the stuff, but then tell them they can't bring a date. That makes no sense to me.
And then Dennis, poor Dennis, he goes, "You think that Portia would have been with me or had a baby with me if I didn't have money?" I was like, "Oh,
Oh, oh, okay.
Dennis.
His little feelings is hurt.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dennis.
his feelings is hurt.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it. I'll watch the first episode. It
Yeah,
sounds
just let
intriguing
me know
because
what you think.
I mean because if there's things to pick apart and there's actual meat to it, I'm gonna probably be interested.
Okay, so as her ex Dennis states, Portia will come off badly when it all crashes and burns in spectacular fashion. I definitely won't be watching any further episodes. So wait, so Shady, you think the baby is Jaylen's? I hope I'm saying that name right. Trey, read the room, Dennis.
Mhm. I mean, even if you're telling the truth, you don't say it like that.
Mm-hmm. And when those pictures came out over Mother's Day, I thought it was really strange that Dennis was there.
That was
Ooh,
the
and
thing for
Dennis
me.
also said, okay, so they broke up sometime around late summer, early fall. He
Right.
said that Portia was begging back for her ring in December of 2020. And then by May of 2021, she was engaged to somebody else.
Mm.
I'm telling you, like he was really trying to figure this out with Lauren, I think he just I don't think okay, so I think he'll always have love for Portia, especially because she's the mother of his. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how many other children he has, if any, but I think there is a deep love for Portia, especially as the mother of his daughter. Um, but I think he's confused by her actions. Like
Right.
at the end of Atlanta's season where they were breaking up, I think he was confused from then. And he's
Agree.
continued to be more confused by their interactions and then how
Mhm.
she has moved on. And I think I'm not sure how much she communicated that with him. And then Simon is like, if he wasn't PJ's father, I would have absolutely nothing to say to him. But I thought y'all were like business associates.
Right. I thought that's how y'all met.
He's not claiming that at all.
Wow. All right. So I watched the first episode.
Okay, put out there. What? Hold on. Her fake crying because Simon put it out there before divorce. Look, she loves attention. Yeah, there's some convoluted story about those Mother's Day pictures because they thought that the judge was going to sign off on the divorce decree, and boom, the same weekend, um, they were going to announce their engagement, and then we're shocked on the Sunday that the judge did not sign the papers on the Friday before. I was like, then why release the pictures?
Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm. Ryan thinks that I think you're talking about Dennis, that he was either confused or thought they would eventually get back together.
I
Yeah,
think so. I
yeah.
think so.
He'd been playing yo-yo with her for a long time, and then I thought he was, he was probably thinking, well, we have a child together, so obviously we can get back together.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I gotta go. All right. So guys, what are we doing tomorrow? Do you want to do Ultimate Girls Trip tomorrow?
Yeah. Cause
There's no Salt Lake
there's
City.
no Salt Lake City.
All right. So I'll try to put something together. So join us back here, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for Ultimate Girls Trip. We're doing episode 3, I think. Right?
No, I think it's 4.
Are we up to 4? I don't even know. Hold on. Wait. Oh, we did do Girlfriend Interrupted, so that means I have to watch 4 today.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
watching for today.
All right, guys. So join us here for episode 4 of Ultimate Girls Trip
Hey,
tomorrow.
Kelly.
Bye. Okay, so thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to give us a little thumbs up just because we asked you to. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Any final thoughts, Jamal?
No, like I'm just happy this 4-part reunion is over.
Thank God.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Oh, chat. Family, Forces Family Matters. It sounds kind of intriguing. I'm gonna watch the first episode, and by the sound of it, it sounds decent enough for me to watch. So I'm gonna lean 80% yes at this point, to the way it sounds. Because there's too many. There's too many. I like things that have holes in them.
Okay. All right. So until next time, my friend.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.